My Berea, don't you know I've thought about you all day? Yeah, I've been longing for some beef and some consomme, sweet Berea. This is surely going to my thighs. Well, I'm a hungry eater and you surely caught my eyes. My Berea, I love you so. Oh, my Berea, Berea, I love you so. I love you.
How's it going, sports fans? It's game day, and the food is hot here at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Before you settle in to watch the game, whether you're by yourself trying to figure out what you want for dinner, trying to figure out how to feed a bunch of people, why not consider some delicious grub from Xcaret Mexican Restaurant? Today, we're highlighting the birria ramen. That's right, I'll say it again, birria ramen. Oh my goodness, I think I just got my mic wet. How do you birria? I have to have a lime. And you're gonna get the best, juiciest limes right here at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Look at all that juice. So here we have the birria ramen. Oh, this looks so good. I'm digging in. I can't look at it anymore. All right, here we go. That should not be allowed to be that good. My goodness. Folks, get on over here. Get yourself some of this birria ramen. Let them know you heard about it on Heart of Ohio Sports. Why are you still watching me eat? You could be eating this right now. Don't you just want to dig in? I could eat this whole bowl right now. And I'm going to. But I'm not going to make you watch me do it. Tell you what. Call in your order. Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, birria ramen. The only place you're going to find this in town, folks. I'm telling you. This is a home run right here. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Whether you're a diehard fan rooting for the home team, or you're just looking for some tasty eats for your game day treats, the birria ramen is our featured item here on this game day grub segment, and you're going to want to call in your order now. That's right, call Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Mention you saw this segment on our broadcast. You get 15% off your order. Take advantage of this birria ramen special at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Oh, and don't forget the queso. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zip Zalar Field, the site of tonight's high school baseball matchup between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the Buren Black Knights. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here on the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant pregame show. We're just about ready to get you to the first pitch, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. But first, pause for the Star Spangled Banner. right. Play ball. Once again, Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall with you here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We're just moments away from first pitch. But, Tommy, what a beautiful day here at Zip Zalar Field for this matchup between two teams that are vying for positioning. They're getting ready to start tournament play. This is a great tune-up game for both of these teams.
Oh, and what a beautiful day for baseball it is, Nate, as we're rounding third base literally on the 2024 regular season campaign. Both these teams coming into tonight with Calvert a strength rate at 19-3 here, taking on these Van Buren Black Knights, who again can make some noise here in the area if they're able to upend the Calvert Senecas. Bodes well for your confidence going into the postseason if you're able to clip these Senecas, who've kind of been trying to find their legs here towards the end of the season. Again, the little thing, some of the wheels going off the track, so to speak, and see if they can right that ship for the tournament play, because it's win or go home come that time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tommy. Van Buren out of Division III. They are the number 21 team in Division III. Tiffin Calvert in Division IV, sitting right now at number 6 in the Division IV rankings. So these two teams, once again, Tommy, it's a great tune-up game. I feel like it's going to be a litmus test, if you will, before tournament action starts. And with both of these two teams, I mean, they both played some really good action this year. They both have really tough schedules. For them to be both sitting at 19 wins just shows you the talent level on display and also the coaching as well.
I think that's a great point. As you know, one of those things that Tiffin Calvert has for them is, you know, that iron sharpens iron mentality, because a lot of teams don't want to play these guys. So Van Buren coming into tonight, they're going to force Calvert to make plays and get bats awake, as some of the infield play needed cleaned up just a few nights ago.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, this Tiffin Calvert team, once again sitting at 19-3, they had a tough loss the last time they were on the field against St. Mary, and that was a loss that I don't think many people saw coming. But I tell you what, Tommy, anything can happen in the game of baseball. I feel like on any given day.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like Austin's term paper. That game was just loaded with errors. And Tiffin Calvert Senecas fell victim to that.
I don't know what's hotter, the sun or the glare that I just got from Austin from over there.
Well, was it something I said?
No, not at all. On the mound for Tiffin Calvert today, Jake Kidwell getting the start for the Senecas.
Oh, all kidding aside, we can't thank Austin Rodriguez for being here tonight, running the camera, bringing this live and paywall free into your home, as we get ready to thank these great sponsors who made that possible, Nate.
That's right. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here today. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, the Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And here comes the first pitch, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Jake Kidwell on the mound, Cohen Stevens at the plate. And the first pitch fouled off to the left, and we're underway here at Zip Zalar Field. Once again, thanks to our first pitch sponsor, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Cohen Stevens at the plate. Here's the 0-1 from Kidwell. In there for a strike. It's 0-2.
That was nice.
Jake Kidwell, I'll tell you what, when his stuff is on, he's hard to hit.
That's what you love about this deep season baseball, is you get to see these guys in rare form.
Absolutely. Take a look at these Van Buren Black Knights here. As we said, Cohen Stevens at the plate, batting .387 on the year. Watches that one in the dirt. He has a 500 on base percentage. OPS .967.
I give him a little bit of leeway as he crowds that plate. There, he pays for it there.
And strike 3 called. Kidwell sits him down as Stevens goes down looking.
Man, that was a beautiful ball.
Next up to the plate, Brady Lance, the catcher. They're performing the catching duties today. Batting .329 on the season, 70 at-bats on the season, 23 hits, 3 doubles, 15 RBIs, 24 runs scored.
Oh, right down the middle for a strike.
Take a look at our pitch cam, brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. That one up high.
Oh, that's a nice look, Nate.
It is. Here's the 1-1 from Kidwell. That one up high. Once again, these Black Knights sitting at 19-5 in Division III. A little windy down here, but I tell you, Tommy, I'm not complaining at all because that sun, I mean.
Yeah, it's not like there's much of an awning.
Yeah.
We'd be cooking as the ball walks him.
So, Brady Lance earns his way aboard with a 1-out walk. That'll bring up James Patton, the first baseman. That one in the dirt. Throw down to second. Will hit the runner.
Lance gonna steal a bag here.
So a stolen base for Brady Lance.
Kidwell's got to keep eyes in the back of his head now.
1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one in there. Evens the count at 1-1.
Got one down, sit another one down. It makes it a little bit easier on you.
Patton batting .379 on the season. Some potent bats in this lineup, Tommy. A lot of batters hitting over 300 here. As Patton, 66 at-bats, 25 hits on the year, 6 doubles. Wow. 26 RBIs, leads the team. Or second on the team, sorry, to Stevens.
Goes down swinging, though.
Swing and a miss. As Patton strikes out for just the 6th time on the year.
Black Knights still have a bag with Lance at second.
And that'll bring up the pitcher, Brock Daniel.
And he's a tall drink of water there.
That's an understatement, absolutely. Batting .375 on the year, 72 at-bats, 90 plate appearances, 27 hits, 22 RBIs. Swings and drives this one into left field, but it's gonna hook foul down the left field side and out of play. 1-1 the count here on Daniel.
Daniel's a big bat. You get underneath that, man, he can send something sailing on you. That's what you don't want with a guy running at second.
Here's the 1-1 from Kidwell. Inside for a ball. It's 2-1.
Oh, wow. Where are you calling that on the batter instead of the zone?
That one up high.
You can't win to lose in that situation. Now you pitch up to him.
He stands in there pretty tall, too. See, he's got a pretty big strike zone. Here's the 3-1. And he walks him. So 3 straight balls will earn Brock Daniels a free bag. So both runners on via the walk. And that'll bring up Elijah Mason, the DH.
Busy top of the first inning here, Nate, from Zip Zalar Field.
Swung on and missed. Runners at first and second. And that one misses. It's 1-1 here on Mason. Mason batting .391. Watches that one at his knees. Just below the knees. It's 2-1 here on Mason. $18 hits in 46 at-bats for a .391 average. And he watches that one at the knees for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2.
Kid will get his bearings. One of those things, again, just throw and then breathe.
2-2 hit straight up the middle. And a diving stop by Blake Coleman to end the inning. What a play by Coleman. Wow. That saved a run for sure. It'll be the end of the top of the first as we head to the bottom of the first. No score, but Black Knights threatened with 2 runners on. They strand 2 there, Tommy.
Yeah.
Bottom of the first. Coming up next, Senecas will be up to bat. We have Blake Coleman, A.J. Shoemaker, and Caden Otterbacher up to bat. Let's thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here on the broadcast today. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, the Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tommy, let's talk keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. For Tiffin Calvert today, I think you got to keep them off the base paths, and those 2 walks in that top of the first were indicative of that, because this Black Knights team, they're going to put the bat on the ball, Tommy. They're going to put the ball in play. You're going to have to make plays. So I think for Calvert, they got to try to keep runners off the base path tonight. So try not to have anybody on base or limit the base runners. I think that's going to be key for them tonight. Obviously, key for any team, but that's big because this Van Buren Knights team, I mean, they have a lot of hitters in this lineup.
You say that's something that any team would want, but that's definitely something that Tiffin Calvert's capable of with that pitching staff. But Tiffin Calvert bats, they also have to come alive here, as Van Buren's going to give you everything you can handle when they have their at bats. It's what you do when you're up that's going to be the difference maker. To really either find out where you are on the lay of the land or break this one wide open. It's one of those 2 things.
You're absolutely right, Tommy. So there you have the keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. Folks, take the stress out of your flooring. If you're trying to find flooring, just go to Lee's. Go to our friends at Lee's Floor Covering. They'll take care of you. Some of the finest install operators out there, but also one of the largest selections you can find in Northwest Ohio. As Coleman hits this one into right center field, this one's going to be kind of in no man's land as it hits down for I don't know if that's going to be a hit or not, Tommy, because that one kind of hit off the glove of the second baseman there. As he retreated into right center to make that play.
You want somebody to come up on that as opposed to try to crane back.
Yeah.
Overextend the glove and bounce right off for that error.
So that'll put a runner at first base. Nobody out. A.J. Shoemaker at the plate. And the first pitch from Daniels is up high. That one in the dirt. And a nice stop there. And 2-0 misses down low. It's 3-0 here on Shoemaker.
Shoemaker, he had himself a growth spurt since last time I seen him.
And he watches that one in there for a strike. It seems like a lot of these guys have growth spurts. It's right. I mean,
just from the beginning of the year to now. Swung on, but the attempt at second.
And Coleman's going to be in there safely with a steal, but it's a full count here on Shoemaker. Coleman scampered his way over. This one a pop-up over on the first base side. First baseman makes the snag for the first out. That'll bring up Caden Otterbacher, center fielder tonight. Take a look at Otterbacher's stats on the year.
I like how you can only play like 6 seconds of that theme song.
Yeah, me too. Caden Otterbacher batting .427 on the season. 75 at-bats, 32 hits, 2 triples, 6 doubles, 24 RBIs. And you'd like to add to that total here as Daniels starts him out with a strike. Blake Coleman down at second base, not first. And that one misses. And a foul at the plate.
Everybody missed that one.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at our pitching matchup brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. As on the mound currently, Brock Daniels, the pitcher for Van Buren. 16 innings pitched on the year. Started 3 games. He is 3-0. Just 1 earned run allowed on the year for a .438 ERA. 15 strikeouts as that one gets away from the catcher, allowing Coleman to make his way over to third. But impressive numbers on the year for Daniels in just 3 starts. Just 9 hits allowed. And the 2-2 in there, strike 3 called. Nice pitch from Brock Daniels there to get the strikeout. I'll take a look at the other half of our pitching matchup. Once again, brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. Home, auto, life insurance. Give them a call, folks. They'll help you out. They are our insurance company here at Heart of Ohio Sports, and we're proud to say we do business with them here. Once again, the other half of our pitching matchup is Jake Kidwell, as Connor Moyer at the plate watches the first one in there for a strike. Kidwell on the season, 24 innings pitched. Started 3 games. He is 3-0. 3 earned runs allowed for a .863 ERA on the year. 19 strikeouts, 13 walks. 24 hits allowed on the year for Jake Kidwell. As Moyer drives this one into center field, and the center fielder will make the catch for the final out. So Senecas leave a runner stranded, but do not score a run. No score as we head to the top of the second. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back here to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here as we get ready to start the second inning. No score between Tiffin Calvert and Van Buren. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Folks, if you're watching the video, please do us a favor. Share with your friends. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, however you social media, do us a favor, hit that share button. Help us reach new audiences here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Our final regular season broadcast of the year here for the 2024 baseball season.
And it's been a dandy here just through one. Precarious position situations by both teams to end the innings. Runners on base, leaving them stranded. As you talked about, Nate, this one's had it all thus far. And as we get a little deeper, you expect this one to just start opening up. It's going to be a question of which team starts to come alive here.
You're absolutely right, Tommy. The second inning brought to you by our friends at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Head on over and see the staff at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union for some of the best rates in Seneca County. If you're looking for a new car, the place to go is Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. First pitch from Kidwell is just inside, misses for a ball. Grady Mason at the plate, the shortstop here tonight. And that one down low. Went up high with the first one, down low with the second one here. The 2-0, up high, and it's 3-0. Mason on the season, a .263 hitter, .345 on base percentage, 20 hits in 76 at-bats. And Kidwell walks him on 4 straight pitches to start the inning. Having some control issues here, as this is his third walk issued here in the first 2 innings. He's one of those guys, though. He's going to take a little bit to settle in. So if you're Van Buren, this is the time to get to him right here.
That's a good point. Don't let him settle in. Bounces up into Moyer's face mask. It's a play between the ball, between the bases, which will also be paramount here tonight.
Yeah. It's actually top of the second here, folks. Fix some graphics there. There we go. That one fouled off. As Will Rampy at the plate. Batting .250 on the season. 64 at-bats, 16 hits. 12 RBIs. 16 walks, though. He's got a good eye as he drives that one foul to the left. Well, 16 walks help him field a .415 on base percentage, so he gets on base. Throw over to first without a tag. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Will Rampy. This one swung on, hit back to the pitcher, and it's going to get through for a base hit. And the runner will challenge and make it all the way over to the third. Heads up base running there by Grady Mason as he makes his way over from first to third on the infield single.
And it just tipped off the glove. Kidwell, that line drive. Nobody there to field it there. Shortstop, second baseman kind of more concerned with the runner rounding second.
I think in that case, maybe if Kidwell, obviously as a pitcher, you want to make a play on it, but had he not been able to make a play, shortstop might have been there to make that play.
Yeah.
This one smacked into left field. It gets over the head of the left fielder, Harrison Schultz. One run will score.
Another one coming
Rampy going to challenge, and he's going to score the second run of the game for the Knights. And it's now 2-0 Van Buren.
A Scampy by Rampy.
That's why I said, Tommy, if you're going to get to him, you're going to have to get to him now before he settles in.
Now an active second inning here. Nice ball placement into left field.
Bottom of the order here with Alex Homan.
Brought in too, Nate.
Yeah. Big hit there.
Another grounder right.
Finn Martin. As the throw over to first is in time for the first out. Finn Martin with the double, driving in 2. Back to the top of the order here, Cohen Stevens back at the plate. It's not often you have a guy in the 8-hole batting .350 on the year, Tommy.
Well, also not everybody has a 19-5 record.
Swung on and missed. This bunt down the third base side. What a beautiful bunt there by Stevens. And they get the out at first, but they move the runner from second to third.
And the Black Knights are getting some hits.
That was a beautiful bunt, though, man. Did you see how even that went down the line, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Not even in the sacrificial way, just beautiful line way of just tickle the third base line.
That one up high. Brady Lance at the plate.
Lance was a stranded man at the end of the first, top of the first. Found himself on base. Chance to run one in here. Goodness.
That one smoked down the left side and foul. Boy, they're squaring up on him, though. Just out in front of it there. Pitch number 38 for Kidwell here. Runner at third, 2 down. Here's a 3-1. Swung on, hit back up the middle, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So another run will score. It's now 3-0 Van Buren. And a nice hit there by Brady Lance to drive in a run. Runner still at first base, 2 down for James Patton. Patton squares up on that one, drives that one left center field. But Otterbacher able to track it down for the final out in the top of the second inning. Black Knights, plate 3.
Yes, they were just squaring up on it there, Nate.
They really were. I mean, it's a good hitting baseball team here. And they really put it on display there in that inning with those 3 runs scored. But something tells me they're not done, Tommy.
You said it. Their 8-hole was batting a 349.
Once again, Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here. We're getting ready to start the bottom half of the second inning. 3-0 Van Buren. Beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Monday evening for baseball here at Zip Zalar Field. There was a field dedication service before the game. Let me make sure I get it right here. I know Kevin Reineman just posted about it. There it is. The Mike Hart Field dedication was at 4:30 today. So you saw the Senecas warming up on the field, and then they took off and they were gone. I'm like, well, they just leave the Knights here by themselves? And nope, had a field dedication to take care of. But once again, thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. I'd like to thank our sponsors before we get started here in the bottom half of the second inning. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, the Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, getting ready to start tournament action here. We're going to need to add some sponsors to that list or possibly fill some holes there if they decide they don't want to jump on board for tournament action. His first one swung on and missed from Moyer. Cameron Moyer at the plate. Swung on and missed.
Quick 2 on Moyer.
Daniels cruised through the first inning on just 19 pitches. Or on 17 pitches, sorry. Sit at 19 now. And that one misses. It's 1-2. Swung on. That's actually fair down the third base side. Third baseman up with it. The throw over to first is in time for the first out. That'll bring up Jake Kidwell. Kidwell batting .255 on the season, 47 at-bats, 12 hits. He's got a .463 on-base percentage, though, with 11 walks, 12 RBIs, 13 runs scored. A 1-0 from Daniels, or 0-1 is outside, so it's 1-1. One is up high. Our pitch cam, once again, brought to you by your friends at First National Bank of Sycamore. That one fouled back. Kidwell got to play hero last week as against the Woodmore Wildcats. Came through in the clutch in the bottom of the 7th with the game-winning run as he drove in 2 to tie it and then came across the plate to score the winning run. That one fouled back.
Count starts to build That's true. First National Bank of Sycamore pitching matchup as you got Kidwell.
The 2-2. Swung on, hit, back to the shortstop. Glove, throw over to first is in time for the second out.
Excellent infield play by the Black Knights.
Textbook right there by the shortstop. Nice play by Grady Mason. That'll bring up Harrison Schultz. And Schultz wears one for the team there. Earns himself a free bag.
Magic Man makes a base quickly appear as he's drilled by the pitch.
Didn't even get a chance to tell you, Schultz batting .277 on the season. 2 down for Cash Lee. Runner down at first base. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Lee on the season batting .208, 53 at-bats, 11 hits. That one, check swing foul. Throw over to first. Keeps the runner honest. Still a 1-1 count here on Cash Lee with 2 down. 3-0 Van Buren here in the bottom of the second. And Lee swings and misses at that one, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lee fouls that one back. And it stays 1-2. Schultz was off on the pitch. And both runners will be safe on the misplay by the third baseman. So the hit and run, they had it on there, Tommy. And it was successful because it kind of made that third baseman rush his throw a little bit because he knew his only play was going to be at first, and Lee is really quick out of the box. So I think that might have made him rush that play a little bit. Had that hit and run not been on, probably would have been a pretty clean fielded play and a throw over to second for the final out. But another opportunity here for the Senecas. See if they can capitalize. 2 down with 2 on for Logan Ritzler. Playing second base here tonight. And watches that one in there. Inside for a ball. It's 2-0. And it's 3-0 now on Ritzler. So Daniel looked like he was cruising there for a minute, but after the error, now 3 straight balls. Ritzler ahead in the count here. That went right down Broadway for a strike.
What are we going to do now, Ritzler?
.3-1 is fouled straight up, and it's going to be out of play. Right on top of the concession stand. And fielded by Jack Schultz. But he's not in the game anymore. JYD making a play over there, Tommy.
All the stars are out for this one.
That's right. And that one misses, and that'll load the bases for Blake Coleman. 2 down, but the bases are loaded now as Blake Coleman strolls to the plate. Coleman leads the team with a .471 batting average, 70 at-bats, 33 hits. And that's going to be down for a base hit. 1 run will score. The bases will stay loaded.
Well, he talked about that 467. Not the guy you want to pitch to with bases loaded. As Coleman brings one in, puts himself on a bag, keep bases loaded with 2 down here.
Coleman now 2 for 2 on the day. That'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker. First pitch to Shoemaker misses. The 1-0 up high again. And Daniel now running into some control issues here. There's the 2-0 to Shoemaker. This one hit into the second baseman's glove for the final out in the bottom of the second inning. Senecas score a run, but they strand 3. We head to the third inning. It's 3-1 Van Buren. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here. We start this third inning of action. Van Buren on top 3-1 over Tiffin Calvert here at Zip Zalar Field. Once again, this third inning brought to you by our friends at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Ooh, season opener in the dog pound against the Cowboys? What? This one's going to be fouled and out of the play. Right over. No, not on the loner. No, not on the loner.
You meet up with UIS Insurance again before you know.
Yeah, I already got to report one thing. Baseball hit the Hoosmobile and broke the mirror on it. Whoa. This one smoked back up the middle. And yeah. I'll tell you what, Jake Kidwell probably felt the breeze from that one.
Knocked the stitching out of that one.
Yeah. So a leadoff base hit from Brock Daniel. It'll bring up Elijah Mason. Swung on and missed. Kidwell comes set. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Runner at first. Nobody out. That one in the dirt. And it'll get away from Moyer, allowing Daniel to make his way from first to second.
A little bit of difficulty behind the plate today. And a few uncharacteristically pop out for him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This one
Sends that one.
hit into left field, a base hit. It's going to get down. Daniels, he's going to challenge and score. And another run will score for the Van Buren Black Knights. And I'll tell you what, Elijah Mason coming back after being down 0-2 in that count. Come through to get a run on the board, drive in a run. That's clutch right there.
I think they brought in a pitch runner. Not catcher, pitcher.
No, Elijah Mason's DH, so he can be pinch run for. Or relief run, sorry.
We didn't say that.
Throw over to first, not in time. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. And Tommy, this is the second time through the order now. In the bottom half of the order for these Van Buren Knights, they were really starting to see the ball well coming out of Kidwell's hand. Now you got to think this top of the order coming back around. You got to hear some chirping from some of them guys in the dugout telling them, hey, this is what I see. Because it just seems like they're squaring up on some of his pitches that are in the zone.
Well, the more pitches you get, the more chances you get to see a little bit of how Kidwell gives himself up.
That's right. Grady Mason fouls this one back, and it stays 0-2. Mason drew a walk, came home to score back in the second inning. Here's the 0-2 from Kidwell. Swung on and missed. The throw down to first is in time. So the runner was sleeping down at first base, and the throw from the catcher catches him off guard for the second out of the inning.
That's a slow walk to the dugout.
Especially when you're called in to be a relief runner. Absolutely. You're not gonna hear too many friendly chats from the dugout.
That's a good point.
Will Rampy at the plate. Drove in the game's first run. No, I'm sorry. That was Martin. Rampy made it on. He scored the game's second run. And here's the 0-2 from Kidwell in the dirt. That's what you call a waste pitch there, Tommy. Just trying to get him to chase one. Kidwell sitting it. That's pitch number 55 on the night for Jacob Kidwell. That one fouled back into the net.
Oh.
2-1 the count. With 2 down. This one driven into right center field. It's going to split the fielders. And Otterbacher up with it. Throw in is not in time. And Rampy 2 for 2 on the day today with a single and a double. And now strolling to the plate, Finn Martin had a double back in the second, drove in the game's first 2 runs for the Black Knights. Up high. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. It gets away from Moyer. And so now we'll have a runner at third with 2 outs. 2-0 count here on Martin. That one in there. 2-1 the count here on Martin. This one grounded to third. Godfrey up with it. Throw over to first is in time for the final out. Made him jump for it, though.
Yeah.
Van Buren Knights score another run. It's 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here today. Austin Rodriguez doing a great job on the camera for us. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here tonight, folks. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, the Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, this third inning brought to you by our friends at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Tommy, when's the last time you were out at Xcaret?
Oh, actually, about 3 weeks ago, the last time I was down, I was like a thief in the night, went in there and got myself some of those sizzling fajitas. You can't ever go wrong there with the spices. Fajitas Texanas.
Yeah, you got to get the Texanas.
Yes,
It's got all the good stuff.
The chorizo,
Steak and chicken and shrimp. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's so good. You could feed an army or one Tommy.
Yeah. I went in there by myself and ordered the fajitas for 2.
Caden Otterbacher leading things off here in the bottom of the third for Tiffin Calvert. Watches the first one from Brock Daniels outside for a ball.
Black Knights able to plate one after the Senecas answered back.
Grounder to short. Throw over to first is in time.
Wow.
What a gun there from Grady Mason.
Just the approach on the way that these Black Knights infield. No wasted motion, just all in a nice rhythm. I mean, you have to have some speedsters to get out of the box to be able to land the bag against these Knights.
Yeah. The Senecas did a good job last inning of working the count. Got his pitch count up a little bit. He's sitting at 45 now on the night.
Where Moyer stances in the batter box. Almost looks like he take the catcher's head off.
2-0 the count here on Connor Moyer. That one in the dirt, gets away. 3-0.
I think the pitcher trusts it. You just don't want to throw to him.
Moyer batting .275 on the year. .471 on base percentage. as he draws a 4-pitch walk with 1 out. And I think for Tiffin Calvert, that's going to be key for them, is being patient. Don't swing at bad pitches. Let them come to you. This one hit left field, back, and the left fielder makes the play right in front of the fence for the 2nd out. Had that wind not been blowing in, might have had a chance, but we've seen him hit a couple out.
Got a chance to see the
right over that same fence.
Super Mario Brothers in action there, but the last left fielder able to glove that one. Still got one of the Warriors on base, though.
That's what they call warning track power, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
This one hit back up the middle. It's going to get down for a base hit.
He's going to go to third.
The misplay will allow Connor Moyer to challenge, and he's going to be in head first, safe at third base.
So we'll have a runner at second and third now.
And on the throw, Kidwell challenged as well, made his way from first to second.
Oh, Kidwell giving a little skedaddle.
Heads up base running with 2 down. Harrison Schultz at the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Starts him out with a fastball at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, that one just drops it there. Doesn't get any better than that.
Just checking with Connor down there at third base after that head first slide. I think that's what it was, just a little conference. Make sure he was all right. The 0-1 up high, and it's 1-1.
Just kind of lobbed that one in there.
The 1-1 is up high. 2-1 here on Schultz. And now 3-1.
Those tells that you were talking about with the pitchers, now it's starting to rear its head out for these Knights. I could see that one was going to fall outside as it left his hands.
And
a high one.
Issues a walk after having him ahead in the count. He was ahead 0-1 in the count, but then 4 straight balls will load the bases once again. 2nd straight inning, the Senecas have loaded the bases. Last time they were able to score 1 run with 2 outs.
Catcher's just going to have a little chit-chat.
And that's a veteran move there by Brady Lance, going out and just talking with his pitcher. Just a little conference there. Making sure everybody's on the same page. First pitch in there for a strike to Cash Lee.
Cash felt that one, knew it. He should have just went for it.
That one in the dirt.
Nowhere to go, though.
A nice job there by Lance to just kind of put his body in front of it. Keep that one in front of him. Here's the 1-1. That one up high. 2-1 here on Lee with the bases loaded. 2 down. In the bottom of the 3rd. 4-1 Van Buren. And that one misses, and it's 3-1.
Oh, man. 3-1, 2 down, bases loaded. And the dugout's going to chirp knowing that this situation could get to the pitcher.
Payoff pitch, fouled back. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
Here we go.
Payoff pitch. Up high. He walked him. And he walks in a run.
Seneca's going to keep the bases loaded. Close in towards that 4-2 deficit now.
It is now 4-2. Van Buren on top. Logan Ritzler at the plate. Watches that one in there for a strike at the knees.
That one fell in there.
That's a nice pitch by Daniels there. Ooh. 0-1 misses. It's 1-1. One misses. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Logan Ritzler with the bases loaded. Ritzler smacks this one into left field. Going back is the left fielder to make the play for the final out. Senecas strand 3 once again, but they do plate another run. It is 4-2, Van Buren. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. We get ready to start the top of the 4th. Van Buren on top of Tiffin Calvert, 4-2. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. Austin Rodriguez on the camera as we get set to start this 4th inning of action. I want to remind you, our 4th inning brought to you by our friends at First National Bank of Sycamore, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I get my buttons right there. Leading things off for the Van Buren Black Knights is Alex Homan. I want to be careful not to say Alec Homan because there's a player by the same name plays for the New Eagle Blue Jackets, Alec Homan, and this is Alex Homan. Jacob Kidwell on for his 4th inning of work. First pitch in the dirt outside. Both starters still on the mound for both teams. For Kidwell, that's pitch number 63 on the night. Through 3 innings, he's allowed 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits. And that one misses as well. It's 3-0. Homan is 0 for 1 on the day. And he draws a 4-pitch walk to lead things off here. That'll bring up Cohen Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner at first with nobody out. Here's the 1-0 from Kidwell. In there for a strike. I don't know whether that was in there or he offered at it. Either way. Snap throw to first, just to keep the runner honest. This one hit to the shortstop. Coleman with the backhand. Throw over to first is in time. What a stretch by Moyer to snag that one.
Does advance the runner to second, though.
That's what you got to do there. He did his job. Moved the runner over. Now you got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That'll bring up Brady Lance. First pitch up high. Here's the 1-0. Down low. And it's 2-0. Lance on the day, 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. Having a productive day at the plate today so far. Here's the 2-0 from Kidwell. In there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Check swing. He did not go. And it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 from Kidwell. And he walked him. Second walk issued on the inning for Kidwell. And his 6th of the game. And now we're going to have a mound visit here, or what we like to call a call to the bullpen. Of course, all calls to the bullpen brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. As we'll have runners at first and second base with 1 out for the Van Buren Black Knights. And you'll have James Patton at the plate, followed by the pitcher, Brock Daniel. A little bit of just wanted to talk things over there, Tommy. I think it's just it's a moment in the game where, you know, he's issued a couple walks here in the inning, might be dealing with some command issues. Just a confidence boost is what that was. Swung on and missed. Patton, the first baseman. Oh for 2 on the day with a strikeout.
Like chipping away at this lead, you can't continue to allow back-to-back innings with runs earned.
That's right.
Yeah, 2 on now. 1 down.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first and second.
Yeah, he's got You just got to mow him down here. Send one fast.
Up high. I think that was one where he just tried to get him to chase a bad pitch there. 1-2. Patton drives this one into right field. Shoemaker camps under it, makes the play, and the throw is not in time, but they're going to have a runner in run. Oh, no, they threw it away into right field. I thought they had the runner and a run down there, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, you have a run scored.
Well, crash and burn. As Coleman gloved it. Tried to whip it over to Godfrey at third. Unsuccessful, but then the jam at second base. I mean, you had the chances though that just toss that one over. You were in a situation where your infield was able to run them down. Got overzealous with the throw there, Nate.
It happens. And the first pitch misses to Brock Daniels, the pitcher. Like to add another run here to his insurance policy. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the 1-0 from Kidwell. Smoked to the first baseman. Moyer gloves and no. Pitcher was not able to make the play. The throw to the plate is in time. And they get the runner at home plate. Wow.
Did I get it?
Yeah, they're arguing that maybe they missed it. Let's see. Did we get the replay in time? And you're going to get the bird's eye view right there at home plate. And I don't know. Hard to see from that angle whether he actually tagged him or not, but the argument is that they didn't apply the tag. Once again, replays brought to you by our friends at National Machinery. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right. Welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here tonight. This fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up here. As the Black Knights were able to plate another run. Put themselves back on top by 3. They've had a 3-run advantage pretty much this whole game, Tommy. As it started out 3-0. And Calvert scored a run. And then Van Buren comes back, gets another run. It's just been a back-and-forth affair ever since. So
Kidwell, whose pitch count continues to grow for the Senecas, just get a little bit better command of the ball. He comes out of the gate, and you get a few guys on that are able to get on base, not off of hits, but off of balls and walks.
Yeah.
That's really where the predicament comes. As a strike to start things out here in the bottom of the fourth, Nate.
Blake Coleman leading things off for Tiffin Calvert. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Had a couple of flares. This one well hit into right center field, but the right fielder will camp under it, make the play. As I thought it was well hit, just kind of died.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sounded good off the bat, but I think that's one of those pitches that the pitcher wanted him to swing at, Tommy. Yeah, go ahead, hit this. You ain't going to do nothing with it. First pitch to A.J. Shoemaker is down low. Shoemaker 0 for 2 on the day. Watches that one up high. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0.
That's
in
there.
Nice pitch from Brock Daniels. And it's now 3-1 on A.J. Shoemaker. Here's the pitch. Shoemaker hits this one to short. Mason up with it, throws it over to first for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Caden Otterbacher. With 2 down, nobody on. In the bottom of the fourth.
These Senecas sometimes to their detriment. They'll take some hacks at it regardless of the situation.
Down low and outside.
Nice ball to start things off for Otterbacher.
And he fouls that one back. Evens count at 1-1. Otterbacher 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. Fouled back, and backup catcher almost made the play there.
I tell you, coming in before we got ready for our pregame prep, you know, the Calvert faithfuls that get here early, they know where to park.
Oh, yeah.
They'll make that little trek.
Inside, it's 2-2 on Otterbacher. Hit back up the middle. Second baseman with a backhand. Throw over to first. In time.
Nice inning of work by the Black Knights.
1, 2, 3, go the Senecas. Brock Daniels settling in comfortably here at Zip Zalar Field. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here today as we get ready to start the 5th inning of action. Jacob Kidwell on the mound for his 5th inning of work. It is 5-2 Van Buren. This 5th inning brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Get a hold of them for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. But also, I mean, if you're looking to make investments, folks, put your money in the hands of people who actually know what to do with it. Trust the experts at UIS Insurance and Investments. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely, as it wouldn't be possible to bring you high school baseball live and paywall free if not for our friends at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Sign and Graphic Ink, Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery, all proud sponsors bringing you baseball live and paywall free here on Heart of Ohio Sports as the first pitch sails high. 1-0 count.
Once again, folks, getting ready to start tournament baseball action. If you want to get on board with us as a sponsor, send us a message. or email us, hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com. It's 1-1 the count here. And up high, and it's now 2-1. In there. 2-2 the count. That one down low, and it's a full count here on Mason. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Jacob Kidwell. Get the strikeout. That'll bring up Grady Mason. I wonder if they're related. I don't like to assume anymore, Tommy. After I got yelled at by Willard parents by saying the Robinsons were brothers. First pitch in there for a strike to Grady Mason. He's had a hell of a day at shortstop here today, Tommy. I mean, wow. He's made some really good plays in the field. And he wears that one for the team. Gets himself a free base the hard way.
Oh, the runner on first. Brings up Rampy, who has had himself of a day. He's been 2 for 2. Kidwell sends the first one in for a strike.
Swung on and missed by Rampy. And that one misses. It's 1-1. Throw over to first. No tag or late tag. Van Buren, the number 5 seed in Northwest 2 District, as they will play Ottawa Glandorf this Wednesday. They'll be the host, and then if they were to win, they'd move on and face Liberty Benton in Findlay.
They'll call that a strike on Rampy, 2-2.
And this one, fouled down the left side. Godfrey gives it chase, and it's out of play. Or just out of range, I should say.
It's windy, blustering day here from Zip Zalar Field. Temperature's supposed to be in the 80s today. Cooled off as we got towards 80 evening time.
No complaints here. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes. Throw down to second is in time. He got the runner with the tag. What a tag by Coleman there, as he got the runner on the run by. I don't know. Did we get it in time? Oh, yeah, they got it. Nice play.
Of course, that Heart of Ohio Sports replay brought to you by National Machinery.
Hey, Coach, if you want to see it, I can show you the replay right here. Pretty good play. Once again, it'll be a 2-2 count when we come back here. Will Rampy at the plate. 2 down.
And a chance to take it to the bottom of the 5th here.
Kidwell with a chance to get out of this.
Yeah.
After we saw some activity over there in the bullpen.
Oh, skips that one in the dirt. Now 3. Full count.
Don't lose him here.
Yeah, it's Rampy. He's been tremendous here in his plate appearances.
2 for 2 so far. Moyer gloves it. Underhand to the pitcher covering. And they get the final out in the top of the 5th. No runs scored. It's 5-2. Van Buren on top of Tiffin Calvert. Getting ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning here. Great game here, Tommy, between 2 battle-tested teams.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have seen a gauntlet for a schedule this year.
Well, the Senecas went 1-2 in barbecue on their last in the last inning. Now here at the bottom of the 5th, a chance to chase that 5-2 lead. And man, this one's been a barn burner here from Zip Zalar Field, as we wouldn't be here without our great sponsors who are bringing high school baseball to you live and paywall free here in the stretch. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Leeds Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery, all bringing you today's ball game.
You got to love that. That's good stuff. Once again, thanks to our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Folks, if you're watching, you made it this far with us. This is a great game. Why don't you share it with your friends? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would love to watch this game. Share with your friends on any of your social media platforms. And Moyer's going to call time. I think that was maybe just messing with the pitcher's head a little bit. Daniels starts him out inside with a ball.
That was a heck of a look on that ball, though.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have been a swinging fool.
(1-0) outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Moyer smokes this one down the right field line. Right fielder getting over to cut it off. So he'll be held to just a single there. But a leadoff single for Connor Moyer.
And what a way to lead things off here at the top of the 5th.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by National Machinery. Nice job by Austin Rodriguez on the camera there. Relief runner into the game for Tiffin Calvert is number 8, Cooper Nye. And Cameron Moyer fouls this one off and back.
Well, after that nice placed ball to right field earlier, Nate, now the chance for Cameron Moyer to open up a can of that Chef Moyardee.
And they got the runner at first, sleeping, as another runner caught sleeping down at first base, this time for the Senecas. And another relief runner, Tommy, caught sleeping.
Yeah, Cam.
It'll be a long walk through the dugout there.
Cam just kind of rolled his eyes at the situation. Probably would have been less kind had it been his brother.
And Moyer smokes that one up the middle. So he could have had runners at first and second with no outs, but instead, Moyer earns his way aboard with a 1-out single.
That hit or did that bounce off the glove?
And now we have another relief runner coming in here as Cam Lucius will come on to run for Cameron Moyer. Cam for Cam. And that'll bring up Jacob Kidwell. Kidwell, the pitcher of record, watches the first one in the dirt. Bounces about 12 inches in front of the plate. Check swing, back to the pitcher, and that's going to be trouble. Nobody's going to be able to make a play there, as the pitcher was the only one that could have made the play there. Let's take a look at the replay. See if we caught that here. A check swing from Kidwell.
Right off the wrist. Awkwardly trying to ground that one to the pitcher. Came at him too quick. Puts two Senecas on bags. And that one's going to fall right into the glove of Rampy.
And you got to think that's something designed by the pitcher there. Is he wants that contact because he's been getting those hits pretty much consistently all game, Tommy. Right there, pretty much the same placement, those little bloop. Coleman's got a couple of them to fall, but that's just because he muscled him over there. And Lee swings through. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Lee hits this one into right field.
Another sky-high one.
A little too high for this one as the second baseman ranges over to make the play for the final out.
And the Black Knights get out of a precarious situation there to bring things to a close here in the 5th inning.
Senecas strand 2 more, but don't score. It's 5-2 Van Buren. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here, Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. 6th inning of work brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. Another one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Jacob Kidwell gets the opportunity to finish the job he started as he's still on the bump for Tiffin Calvert. I saw some bullpen activity in the last inning, but because he was able to get out of it, I think they gave him the opportunity to work his way through it. Top of the 6th. Van Buren leading 5-2. This one hit through short and third base. And a leadoff single for Finn Martin.
That brings up Holman. But Nate, here's the thing is we're talking back-to-back innings, plating runs. Calvert continuing to chase the lead. You got to be, you're going to have the discussion right here. You got to find a way to shut this down.
And I think that's what you're doing right here. We're going to have a call to the bullpen. Of course, calls to the bullpen brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria, and I believe that'll close the book on Jacob Kidwell's day. He finishes with 5 innings pitched. Let's take a look at his numbers on the day. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts for Jacob Kidwell. Just dealt with some control issues today, Tommy. Just wasn't very consistent around the strike zone. Just 52 out of those 96 pitches were thrown for strikes. So it's kind of hard to be consistent when you're not able to get the ball across the plate. But I'll tell you what, these Van Buren Knights, anytime he did get the ball over the plate, they were squaring up on it. So now you'll have A.J. Shoemaker as Shoemaker will come on and take a look at his pitching numbers. Shoemaker on the year, 17 2/3 innings pitched, started 3. He's appeared in 7 games. He is 2-2, 2 saves in 2 opportunities. He's allowed 5 earned runs, 17 walks, 20 strikeouts in those 17 2/3 innings pitched, with a 1.98 ERA on the year.
Sounds like a guy that can start and finish games for
That's
you.
absolutely right. It's kind of a utility role this year for A.J. Shoemaker, as he's kind of been called to task to fill a lot of different roles this year. He's done a pretty darn good job, no matter what they've asked of him.
It's pretty much any great athlete you come across, they always have them like 3 different situations.
Once again, don't forget about the Walk for Recovery event put on by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. That's taking place June 22nd at Hedges Boyer Park. Mark your calendars. Set a reminder. It's an event that you will not want to miss, folks. Great event for a great cause. Put on by great people. A.J. Shoemaker on the bump here for Tiffin Calvert. Runner at first. And the first pitch is in the dirt to Alex Homan. And that one in the dirt. Moyer does a nice job stabbing at it. Here's a 2-0. In there. It's 2-1. They're saying he offered at it. Homan is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Squares and bunts. Shoemaker fields, throws to first, is off the mark.
I don't know what.
And now you'll have runners at second and third with nobody out. And I tell you, Tommy, after covering these Senecas all year, that's been kind of a weakness, if you will, with this infield defense. Is teams have found that if you can bunt the ball effectively against this team, they haven't been very good at covering the bunt. Runners at second and third. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Shoemaker comes set. Here's the pitch to Cohen Stevens. First pitch is outside.
Interesting, Nate. You know, again, that's one of those situations where you do have teams that like to feed and field to other squads, especially if they don't really have much as far as depth in the bullpen. But this Calvert squad, they rely on their pitching heavily, and when things aren't going well, sometimes that might be the detriment for these Senecas in a lot of situations. And this tells you how strong the pitching has been. It's only been 3 blemishes throughout this 24 campaign. And, you know, you got 3 games left here in the regular season.
Shoemaker comes set. Here's the 2-0. In the dirt, and it's 3-0.
Not becoming a great situation for Shoemaker to come into. Needs to get something going here, as if he walks him here, it's going to load the bases.
That went in there for a strike. Pops out of the catcher's glove. 3-1 the count. Stevens is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He hits that one past the second baseman. I'm not sure what the defensive alignment there was, Tommy, because the second baseman was playing behind the pitcher. What were they expecting to happen? Were they expecting that the pitcher would have to come down and cover, and that's why the second baseman was coming down to cover the pitcher? I don't know. I have to ask Matt Coleman about that one, because I don't understand that one. Because that should have been tailor-made for the second baseman to be right there to make that play, at least get an out there. But it's now 7-2 Van Buren. Still no outs here. Runner down at first base. The catcher, Brady Lance, at the plate. Senecas drew the number 1 seed in the Northwest 5 district. Another bunt attempt, this time foul by the catcher. This team's not afraid to play small ball, Tommy. Even though they've been barreling up the ball all game. They ain't afraid to put one down. Here's the 0-2. Runner off in the dirt, throw down, not in time. Nice job by Cohen Stevens as he earns himself a stolen base. Scampers on down to second. And that one misses. It's 2-2. And it's a full count after he was ahead 0-2. Now he's thrown 3 straight balls. Fall behind the batter here. James Patton on deck. And 4 straight balls will put Lance on first base. So now runners at first and second. Still nobody out here on the top of the 6th.
Yeah, very trying top of the inning for the Senecas.
And this one squared up and hit well into left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Otterbacher fires it in, but the bases will be loaded. And still nobody out. That'll bring up Brock Daniels. Swung on and missed. Chased a bad pitch there. That was in the dirt. That one gets away from the catcher and will allow another run to score. And it's now 8-2 Van Buren.
Catcher Moyer is obviously frustrated. It's just control and command issues here today for the Senecas. Look at
Daniels smokes that one up the middle. 2 more runs will score here for the Black Knights. Actually, no, they're going to hold him up at third, so. Still nobody out.
It starts eating at you. It really does.
When you've already made your pitching change, so, I mean, you got to stay with him now. Runners at first and third here in the top of the 6th. Nobody out. 9-2 Van Buren on top. Seneca's in danger of losing 2 straight here for the first time in I can't remember how long time. I don't even remember the last time this team's lost 2 straight. In the dirt, and the runner will advance from first to second.
So fast are these Black Knights between the bases, like just unbelievable.
And Tommy, when we went back and visit the keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering, I said the Seneca's got to keep guys off the base paths. That's not been the case tonight. These Van Buren Black Knights have been all over these base paths. Two and one the count here on Mason. And that one misses. It's 3-1. And Mason draws a walk. The bases are loaded once again. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Grady Mason strolls to the plate.
Sending a runner. no outs, bases loaded. You have every tool to utilize to move batters or to move runners between bases.
That one in there for a strike. Slow dribbler will score another run. And that's now 10-2, Van Buren.
With Rampy coming up to the plate.
Bases still loaded, nobody out. It was 5-2 to start this inning.
Whoops.
Black Knights have doubled their run total here in the top half of the sixth. Shoemaker comes set. And that one in the dirt. Inside, 2-0. This one fouled off to the left. Rampy is 2 for 3 on the day with a run scored. Shoemaker comes set. Here's the 2-1. Rampy fouls this one off to the left. And evens the count at 2-2. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3 called. Might have been a little low on that one, but Rampy watched it. It's the first out of the inning after the Black Knights plated 5. And this one smoked into center field. Otterbacher under it, makes the catch. The throw to the plate. It's going to be on target, but Moyer unable to make the play. Safe at third. Man, that was a good throw, too. I mean, that was right on the money. It would have been on time had Moyer been able to make that play, but another run will score for the Black Knights. And the Black Knights have batted around here in this inning. Back to Alex Holman, who drove in the first 2 runs here in this inning. Right, no, that was Stevens. Sorry, Stevens drove him in. He was one of the ones that scored. That one gets past the catcher. And another run will score. It's now 12-2 Van Buren, and the final out is recorded at third. But the damage has been done. Senecas potentially down to their final 3 outs here. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here tonight. Austin Rodriguez on the camera. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th. If the Senecas can't score a run here, this one's over, folks. I can't remember the last time this team was run ruled.
Well, we talked about it earlier. You know, the Senecas and these Van Buren Black Knights, heck of a ball game just up to about an inning ago, to where these Black Knights plating 7 runs over the past 3 innings after the Senecas have been chasing that 5-2 deficit. And what's crazy about that is to close out the 4th, the Senecas had bases loaded.
Mm-hmm. They've had bases loaded twice in this game.
You know,
they've stranded, I think, at least 8 runners on base.
And it was one of those situations, too, where they weren't forced to hack at it. They had something going there where they were getting a lot of walks, getting some guys on a bag, but, man, things really fell off the rails after the pitching change. This Kidwood just had a tough outing over those 96 pitching, Nate. 54%.
You talk about 4 errors in that inning on Tiffin Calvert alone.
Yeah.
So Logan Ritzler draws a walk to lead things off here. That'll bring up Blake Coleman. And these base runners need to be have their heads on a swivel here, because Daniel's got a great pickoff move to first, and a left-hander, that's nasty coming out. I mean, it's hard to pick up as a base runner. I think that's why that last base runner was picked off, because it's just so hard to pick that move up.
We don't have that extra
Coleman
pivot.
smokes that one up the middle for a base hit. So 2 runners on here with nobody out. That'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker, and we'll have a call to the bullpen here. Can't imagine they'll make a pitching change. I guess he's pitched a heck of a ball game here today, allowing only 2 runs. I don't even think he's at 70 pitches yet, is he? Oh, he's at 94. Okay, so yeah, his day might be done. I guess the Senecas did work him a couple innings for some. He's thrown 5 walks, only 1 strikeout.
He had a lot of work in that fourth inning.
And they had 7. They got him for 7 hits, but they just haven't been able to score any runs. He's done a great job in clutch situations. But I think here we have, taking over on the mound, is the third baseman, Cale Henry. Take a look, see if we have stats for him on the year. Henry, 29 2/3 innings pitched on the year. He started 2 games, appeared in 9. He's 4-0 on the season. He's allowed 15 earned runs for a 3.53 ERA, 18 strikeouts, 12 walks, 24 hits allowed. Once again, AJ Shoemaker in the on-deck, or will be at the plate with Caden Otterbacher in the on-deck circle. Runners at first and second base, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Senecas need to play to run here at least to keep this one alive, but they need to make a lot happen here, Tommy.
Not impossible. You just watch Van Buren do it.
Shoemaker flails at that one.
They played it 5 to end the 5th inning.
That one misses. Here's the 1-1. Time called. A lot of chirping coming from the dugout over here for a team winning by 10. One and one. This one bunted back to the pitcher. Throw over to first, off the mark, which will allow a run to score.
That saves the game.
And it will extend the game at least another inning here, as the Senecas able to play to run here and move some runners over. That one looked like a tailor-made ball back to the pitcher, but the overthrow allows a run to score. That'll be an unearned run there.
Nate Seneca's not a team you want to let hang around. Not a team you want to let hang around.
Absolutely not. And I'm just surprised they had such a quick hook on Daniels after the gem he's been pitching, man. At least give him the chance to finish out the inning. I had a quick hook on him after one walk with a 10-run lead. That one in the dirt, and it's 2-0 here on Otterbacher. It's kind of hard to bring a pitcher in after he's been playing the field all day. That one up high, and it's 3-0 here on Otterbacher. That one right down the middle for a strike. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. And Otterbacher draws a 5-pitch walk. That'll load the bases for Connor Moyer. Wind's not blowing in anymore here, so see if we can give this one a ride. He tried to. He was trying to. Swung out of his shoes on that one. Moyer smokes that one foul down the right side. And it's now 0-2 here on Connor Moyer. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. That one misses, and it's 1-2.
Catcher made the mistake of letting his cleat squeal on him there. You see Cameron made the adjustment there.
A 1-2 is outside, and it's 2-2. I swear, that blue is just, he's really close to tossing somebody over here. Moyer hits this one to the first baseman. First baseman will cover for the first out, but it moves the runners from over to second and third, and they score a run.
Yeah, the umpire for today's game, you can tell he's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, forgets more about baseball in a day than some of these guys will ever know.
I think he's been around the block a few times. I don't think I'd be challenging anything this guy would be calling out there. Especially with, I mean, the umpire shortage that we deal with in this state, you just got to respect them. There's only 2 at this game for a reason. It's a hard job and nobody wants to do it. And you know the people who really don't want to do it? The people who complain. Everybody who chirps, you'll never see them behind the plate umpiring a game. The 2-0 is upstairs to Moyer, and it's now 3-0 on Cameron Moyer. Jake Kidwell on the on-deck circle.
I say it could be by design, but he's still got 2 on.
And that'll hit him. Is that the pitcher saying, you're going to get the bag anyway. Here, take this.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's it either. I'm just... So bases are loaded now. Jake Kidwell at the plate. Watches that one down low for a ball. Up high. 2-0 here on Kidwell. That one in there. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kidwell hits this one into left field, and it's gonna, it gets down. Oh man, now I hope they're okay, because that looked bad.
Double noggin knocker out in center field.
Well, it's a live play. You can't stop a live play. And we'll see that replay here. See if we caught that replay. Oh, just the tail end of it. Darn it. Our thoughts are with both players now, as that was a nasty collision out there in left field. We'll take a timeout, folks. We'll be right back.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game.
What better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here at Zip Zalar Field as players were able to make their way back. One player needed some assistance off the field. Both players are up and attentive, that's the best news, folks, I'm telling you. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some cobwebs that they're going to have to clear out, but the good news is both players are up. They're moving. They're aware. But that was one of the nastiest collisions I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
We'll step aside, take one more timeout, folks, as we're still trying to figure out what's going on here. We'll be back after this.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, and we are back here live from Zip Zalar Field in this matchup between the Van Buren Black Knights and the Tiffin Calvert Senecas. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, these Van Buren Black Knights, they were able to plate 7 runs over the past 3 innings, Nate, as Tiffin Calvert was chasing a 5-2 lead. But they're in that 5th inning. The way the Van Buren Black Knights were able to take control, this game was very close to being called up by a run rule here in the 6th. But the Senecas able to rally back, plate 4, not only save the game, but give themselves a little bit of a change of pace as they try to continue to chase this lead. But, man, I tell you what, that hit by Moyer out to center field really
and
collision between the center fielder and left fielder. Man,
that was actually the shortstop in the left field.
Because
the shortstop came out of the game. Grady Mason, he's had himself a heck of a ball game, but he had to come out of the game.
So it's just
I believe that was one of the players that was involved in that altercation.
And again, one of the worst collisions that I've seen in
is that Mason down there at third?
In our 12 years of coverage together, partner. And
so it was the shortstop, though, that went out there and made that play with him. Man, that was awful.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers to that young man.
Both of them. I'm not sure who took the worst end of it either, because it was bad. So we'll have some substitutions here. We'll figure everything out when the dust settles.
And it's not a great situation when you talk about coming into tonight. 19-5 Van Buren team taking on this 19-3 Calvert squad. Very few games left in the regular season. You're trying to get amped up, get ready for the postseason. And yeah, if you're the Calvert Senecas, you might have deferred this one or came close to losing an important regular season game. But the bigger picture here is having all your players healthy.
That's
if
it.
you're Van Buren after having a large lead, coming to a situation where you almost got the run rule, but Calvert bats come alive. And unfortunately, a tragic situation out at center field has put a stop to this one for now as they get things underway. I think they said they were calling to resume. But, I mean, you have Tiffin Calvert who always are going to rally. But, Nate, this one's really kind of changed a little bit since the relief of the pitcher who was pitching a gem in some ways, allowing 2 hits. But, man, that pitch count really got up on him.
Yeah.
As this one wore on.
First pitch to Schultz, down low.
Now the pitcher in relief, Kale.
This one fouled straight up and back and into the street. And I'll tell you what, that car was really lucky that it wasn't about 2 seconds earlier.
Yeah, people wonder why I have rolling stop.
Right. Schultz hits this one foul down the first base side. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Here's the 1-2. Down low. Evens the count at 2-2. Ouch. Schultz fouls this one off the plate.
Schultz just wanting to get a hold of this one.
Did you hear the sound off that bat, though? Those are what you call the stingers, the ones that vibrate all the way up the bat. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. That's a big strike out there from Cale Henry. Runners at second and third. Cash Lee at the plate. Watches the first one in there for a strike.
Such a huge at-bat.
That one up high. Looked like about the same pitch, Tommy. I don't know why he didn't get that call. Henry with the 1-1. At the knees, but below the knees, and it's 2-1. Down low, and it's 3-1 on Cash Lee. Logan Ritzler in the on-deck circle. And a 3-1 in there for a strike. It's a full count here on Cash Lee. Big moment in this game right here. Fouled off and to the right. We'll come back and do it again at 3-2 with 2 outs. Get the squad out of here before they get hit with a foul ball.
I could have swore that one hit the top of the ambulance.
And that one misses inside, which will load the bases. Bases loaded, 2 down. Ritzler hits this one into center field, and this will be playable for the center fielder. Senecas plate 4, but they strand 3 more. It's 12-6, Van Buren. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here today. 7th inning of action coming up next here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Van Buren leading 12-6 over Tiffin Calvert. And Tommy, had the relief pitcher been able to come in, well, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's hindsight's always 20/20. When you're looking backwards, you can say, hey, this could have happened, but Senecas find themselves down by 6 here, but they were able to plate 4 in that last inning. That I know of, Tommy, I know they've stranded the bases loaded 3 different times today and also stranded 2 other runners on base in another inning. So that's 11 that I know of that they've left on base here tonight. It could be a lot different game if even half of those runners score.
You ain't got to explain anything. You're calling a good game.
I just don't understand why you give an umpire like that. I mean, look at me. So you're not getting a couple calls. Big deal. It's not out. It's not income. It's not influencing the outcome of the game at all. I just don't get it. Like,
yeah, that is.
Keep your cool. Top of the 7th.
I'm thinking I guess play nothing.
That's exactly right.
Just keep your mouth shut and sit in the dugout.
First pitch is up high. And that one fouled off. Blake Stutzman at the plate. That went in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Here's the pitch from Shoemaker. Check swing. Nice hold there from Stutzman. Here's the 2-2. Outside, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch. Misses. So a leadoff walk issued by Shoemaker.
Oh.
That'll bring up Braden Mason.
Zoom's passed.
One ball, no strikes, runner at first. Here's the pitch from Shoemaker. Swung on and missed. Just his second plate appearance on the year for Mason. He swings and misses at that one. It's 1-2. And swing and a miss. Shoemaker gets the strikeout. And that'll bring up Brady Lance.
Lance has had himself a good day.
He has, absolutely. Of course, Mason took over for Cohen Stevens as he took the brunt of that impact there in center field. Left center field, Tommy. The center fielder, Stevens, had to leave the game, as did the left fielder, after that collision, pursuing the ball from Jake Kidwell. Brady Lance at the plate. Down 0-1 in the count.
Skipping a jump.
Lance is 1 for 1 on the day with 3 walks and a run scored as well as a run batted in. That one in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Got that breaking ball to fall in there. Strike 3 called. I wasn't sure if that was a strike call or not, Tommy.
Let's go, James. Let's go now.
He has a call when the balls are high, and his strike call is very similar, so it's kind of hard sometimes for me to tell. Two down, as that'll bring James Patton to the plate. Here in the top of the 7th. Runner at first. Shoemaker comes set, looks at the runner at first. That time called. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Whoa, whoa, nope. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit to short, underhand to second for the final out. And that'll do it for the Black Knights here in the top of the 7th, but they hold a 6-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here today. As Tommy, this one of the longer broadcasts we've been on the call for here this year. Going on 2.5 hours now.
Should have been getting paid by the hour for this one.
One of the few times talent fees come into play. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here today. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, the Ohio Army National Guard, and National Machinery. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Just a few games left here in the regular season.
Not for us, though.
And yeah, this one's going to do it for our regular season coverage. So if you haven't, now's your chance to get on board with the best broadcast squad here in Northwest Ohio, bringing you playoff baseball in the coming weeks. And it's not too late to jump on board, Nate.
That's right.
Contact Nate Mullins at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com, or just get a hold of Nate Mullins. Inbox, always open.
Yeah, you can hit up the page too, Heart of Ohio Sports page. Our inbox is always open. Get on board with the winning team here at Heart of Ohio Sports. 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up next for Tiffin Calvert. As leading off things here in the bottom of the 7th, Blake Coleman, 3 for 4 on the day with a run scored and a run batted in. First pitch is down low. And Coleman hits this one into right field.
He's just been popping them up all day.
And that one fielded by the right fielder for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Must have saw the pitch that he wanted. But for Cale Henry, that's the pitch he wanted him to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker. Watches the first one up high for a ball. Shoemaker skies this one straight up, and it'll be caught by the catcher for the second out. I played catcher a few times. I know when that ball's coming to me. If I had to break out the bare hand, I would have.
I just get out of harm's way anymore.
Right?
I'm not trying to get hurt. I'll show off.
2 down as Caden Otterbacher at the plate takes that first one for a strike. (12-6) Van Buren on top. Otterbacher flies this one to left field and foul. Here's the 0-2. No, misses. 1-2.
This could be it.
Could be. Otterbacher hits this one over the head of the center fielder. And so he'll be on with a 2-out single. I thought that center fielder was going to jump up and make that catch, man. I thought he was right there. Just a little bit too high for him. So that'll bring up Connor Moyer. Senecas down to their final out here with a runner at first. Moyer fouls this one off the plate.
I think Moyer trying to make up for a rough day that he feels he's been having. You can see it on his face.
0-2 hit well into right field, and the right fielder camps under it to make the play for the final out. And the Black Knights come away with a win on the road, 12-6 over the Tiffin Calvert Senecas. We'll take a step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back with the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, we're back here, folks. That's what happens when you don't have the wizard on the call with you here. You hit buttons a little bit too quick. But anyways, here we are live with the postgame show brought to you by your friends at your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Once again, your final score, Van Buren 12, Tiffin Calvert 6. Impressive win here today by the Black Knights, Tommy. And when you look at their record and you look at their schedule and what they've went through this season, boy, for them to be a 5 seed in Division III, that's got to be one heck of a district over there. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, how is that team a 5 seed? Because the way they played here today, whew, that's one of the most talented teams I've seen in the area.
Oh, absolutely. Just tremendous defense. Bats able to come alive, the way they move between the bags. Van Buren really came in here, and I think they're cooking with gas as we round towards the end of the regular season. But, man, those injuries that took place out there, that was a scary situation that you never want to see happen. So it's one of those things that you want to try to keep an eye on, as you really need those guys going into the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that big 6th inning was the key for this game. I mean, you talk about it was 5-2 going into that 6th inning. The Black Knights played 7 runs. Tiffin Calvert comes back the next bottom half and scores 4 runs. You got to think, if they just could have kept that to a 1 or 2 run game, it maybe might have been a different outcome. But, Tommy, these Black Knights, they batted up and down this lineup. You talk about from 1 to 9, there's not a weakness in that batting lineup.
No, and they
very impressive.
They smelled blood in the water when they felt Calvert was getting high in the pitch count off the first pitcher, and then they able to come out and just wail away, build runs. Almost got to a point where it was run ruled, but Tiffin Calvert again never goes away. Always plays really good cerebral baseball. And it takes a lot to keep them out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, once again, both of these teams getting ready for postseason play, as Tiffin Calvert will be in action on Thursday as they await the winner of the Sandusky Central Catholic and Monroeville game, which will be played tomorrow night at 5 o'clock over in Sandusky. Whoever wins that game moves on to face Tiffin Calvert here at Zip Zalar Field on Thursday. We will not be covering that game, folks. We try to skip out on the sectional rounds as we pick up the teams in the district. But there is one matchup that we've got our eyes on, and that's the Tiffin Columbian potential matchup with Bellevue. If Bellevue is able to beat Mansfield Senior and they were to advance to the sectional final, they would play Tiffin Columbian at Tornado Field this Friday. And we will have that for you live here on Heart of Ohio Sports. That's only if Bellevue were to win. Because nothing against Tiffin Columbian parents, but that's the marquee matchup. Both of those two teams have split the decisions this year, with each team winning on the road. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the marquee matchup on the schedule in this area for this weekend when it comes to tournament baseball. But, these Van Buren Knights, Tommy, they will play Ottawa Glandorf, the number 10 seed. That game will take place on Wednesday. And then if they were to win, they would move on to face Liberty Benton on Friday. 5 o'clock first pitch for both of those games. Now, if you're a Black Knights fan, you're watching this game, can you take anything from this win? I mean, obviously this Tiffin Calvert team is very talented. What do you take from this?
I think you strap in and enjoy the ride as these Black Knights, they look like they're poised for a nice run here in the postseason.
Let's take a look at quick rundown of stats here before we wrap this up and get out of here. Once again, Brock Daniels gets the win today as he – actually, is he the winning? Yeah, he gets the win. 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs allowed, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, 4 runs, 6 hits allowed. Cale Henry came in relief, 2 innings pitched, 1 earned run allowed, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 hits allowed. Those are the pitching stats from the Black Knights. For Tiffin Calvert, Jacob Kidwell takes the loss. He had 5 earned runs in 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, 6 runs, and 7 hits allowed. A.J. Shoemaker came in relief as Shoemaker, with 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs allowed, 6 earned runs allowed, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. That pretty much tells the story right there, Tommy. The pitching stats, I mean, these Black Knights, Cale Henry came in and had a little bit of trouble getting started, but once he settled in, Tommy, that bottom of the 7th, he went 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. It's just this team, this Tiffin Calvert team, I feel like when they're patient with their approach, they can play with anybody. But sometimes they get a little jumpy, a little bit excited. They see pitches they like, and they swing at them, and sometimes those are the pitches the pitchers want you to swing at. So, either way, big win for Black Knights here tonight on the road at Zip Zalar Field. Hostile environment, if you will. They pretty much made themselves comfortable over here, Tommy.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great night for baseball. Both squads put it on display, and, again, one team had to come out on the other end, and the Senecas, things didn't go their way tonight. Just off of the team who made the least amount of mistakes here tonight walked away as Van Buren really took control, really took care of business against these Senecas.
Yeah, absolutely right. Once again, 12-6 your final score. Van Buren over Tiffin Calvert. Senecas fall to 19-4. The Black Knights 20-5 on the season. That's going to do it for Austin Rodriguez and Tommy Hall. I'm Nate Mullins signing off from Zip Zalar Field. Once again, Van Buren with a big win over Tiffin Calvert, 12-6. Have a good night, everybody.